are going to be on our bellies now. So if you want to just roll down, you can. If you want to come into a plank first, you can be on your knees, hands, elbows stay close to the body, and you can lower down. Just using your triceps a little bit. Come down onto the floor, bring your forearms up towards the top of the mat. Wiggle your pelvis from side to side. Forehead is going to be supported and resting on the back of your hands. Now, just check in a little bit. I know when I come down, I sometimes notice that my rib cage is a little bit more open and I feel my ribs because I'm usually in an anterior tilt, that my ribs are kind of flared a little bit. So you might even feel a little lifting of your body, a tiny bit in an SH breath. Pull those ribs down, which is going to create more space in your lower back for you. And that's going to flow down into your sacrum. So just take a moment to feel that. If you feel any pain in your lower back, you really want to be trying to widen the sit bones. You can also think of internally rotating the thighs. That'll create some widening. And then you want to take your sit bone and your tailbone and reach them towards your heels. Notice how that lengthens your back. And then you're going to allow your head to lift slightly as you release your arms down beside you. Back of the hands on the floor. Chin is on the floor or your forehead, depending on what feels good. My head's always going to be slightly elevated just to project my voice. Okay, but you're going to keep your gaze down. Now we're going to root to rise. So keep thinking that internal rotation of the thighs, reaching your sit bone and tailbone down towards your heels as you exhale and press your pubic bone, your lower belly, your belly button, your upper belly into the floor. Let your torso slowly rise and lift. Head will follow. Stay there for a breath or two. Keep rooting into the floor with the abdomen, top of the thighs. And then you're going to slowly control that descent down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, exhale, just feel ourselves on the floor. Take another inhale as we exhale. Feel the rooting of the pubic bone, the lower belly, upper belly, belly button, maybe even the top of the thighs. As the torso floats up, the head follows. Some of you may feel as you keep rooting the thighs and the pelvis, sometimes your shins and your feet just start to float up on their own. Externally rotate the upper humerus bone in the arm, and then slowly lower down. Beautiful work. Hey, give a little wiggle. Bring your arms up. They're going to extend up in front of you. Palms are down. Now you're going to let the elbows bend a little bit here. Hey, just to drop the shoulders down. Okay, wiggle your pelvis a little bit from side to side. Now, these are a repeat from last week. So some of you are here and some of you, it's going to be new. Just want to talk. We're going to be lifting opposite arm and opposite leg. So whatever arm, hand, leg, pelvis, that cross diagonal, it's a spiral connection, is going to be pressing into the floor to help rise the limbs, the torso, and the opposite leg. So let's start with left hand staying on the floor and right leg staying on the floor. So just start to press left hand, belly button, rib cage, right leg into the floor, and slowly start to feel the back of the hand of the right arm lifting up and the left leg lifting up, but reaching forward and back with the arms and the legs. Torso and head will follow and then come down. Good. Now your right hand, left leg, pelvis is pressing into the floor. Inhale, exhale slowly as you keep pressing the floor away. That left arm, right leg starts to lift, but it reaches forward and back. So arm is reaching forward, leg is reaching back. Good. And then you're releasing down. Good. Take a moment, wiggle. We're going to do one more round. If that's enough, you pause. Hey, those of you that want to come again, you're going to press left hand, right foot into the floor. Right arm, left leg will start to lift forward and back. Feel an SH breath. Come down. Right hand, left foot rooting. So you're pushing the floor away, especially with your hand. It'll help the torso rise, and the left arm and the right leg is rising. The top of that left foot ankle is pressing. There it is. And you come down, cross the forearms at the top of your mat. The hands rest your forehead on the back of the hands. Lift your shins and your feet off the floor. Wiper the legs from side to side. Ah, take a few breaths, let it go. Hmm. We're going to extend one arm up towards the top or past our mat, depending on how you are. You're going to roll onto your back. If you are, which a lot of us are going to be facing the wall or the back of the room, you're more than welcome to flip yourself around. So you're facing inside studio. Check in. Do you need any support behind the back of the head? This is your time, or the neck, to take it. We're just going to release now the back. So we're going to start with left leg coming up. So just notice when you reach your left leg up towards body, you're not hiking your left hip up towards your shoulder. So you're just lengthening that left hip down. Hands can be on the back of the thighs or the shins, whichever feels good for you. I'm going to demonstrate thighs today. So you're going to pull your hands into the back of the legs. The back of the legs or the shins are going to lean up into your hands. You're going to feel the left side of your lower back as you hold this isometric leaning and pushing. As you breathe, soft shoulders. And the left side of the back releasing into the floor, toning the psoas as well. Just let the whole left side soften, and then let that leaning go. Take a moment. We're going to do a couple rounds. So as you start to lean the thigh or the shin up into the hands, hands resist that and leans into the leg. Try not to be too effortful in this. Let your lower back release into the floor, toning the psoas as well. Beautiful. Slowly let that go. Good. Release left leg, left foot to the floor. Notice if you feel any difference from left side to right side. And then you're going to lift right leg up, but just watch the right hip is not hiking up towards the right shoulder in any way. So you're checking in, do I need to lower it down? So hands are interlaced on top of the shin or the back of the thigh. Okay, take an exhale first, just let everything go. And then when you're ready, leaning thigh, shin into the hands, hands into the shin or the back of the thigh. Holding that, leaning as you're breathing, widen the collarbones, externally rotate your upper arm bone, that humerus bone, a little bit, just to keep a widening through the upper body. It'll keep your shoulders down when they're going to want to try to travel up to your ears. And then you're going to release. Let's try that again at your timing. So take a breath or two before you go into it again. Pulling down on the leg, leaning the leg up into the hands, externally rotate the upper arm bones, the humerus bone. Keep that collarbone in front of the chest wide. You'll feel your shoulders being held down away from your ears. You'll be able to feel the right side of your lower back releasing into the floor as your psoas is toned, and you let it go. Now bring your left leg up so you have both legs up into the air. Hugging, rolling, hands on shins, back of the thighs. Ah. Just take a few more breaths there. Now you're gonna just drop your feet to the floor for a moment and we're gonna find our theraband because we're just gonna do a little bit of work in the theraband. Okay, so you're gonna just bring right leg up, put the TheraBand around the upper part of the foot, so the transverse kind of part and the toes. So even it out so your TheraBand is even on both sides. And then the hands very gently just touching and holding the very end of the TheraBand if you need to, or a little bit higher up. Just let the weight of your hands and your arms just tug on the TheraBand. So very soft hands here. Okay, the foot is pushing up into the TheraBand. Left foot is very aware on the floor. Check in, have my hips hiked up at all? Am I level? Take a moment to exhale. Externally rotate that upper arm bone, the humerus bone. So we're bringing it in a little bit more today. As you exhale, you're going to lower the leg down. And as you inhale, sweep it up. Hey, if you want, you're more than welcome to draw that leg a little bit closer to you. Reach up through the heel, reach back through the right hip into the floor. So your choice. Hey, you're going to flow down, might bring in your SH breath at any time. See if you want to hover up here to do a little bit more stretch. The leg is elongating from the heel reaching up and the sit bone and the right side of the hip releasing back down. It's not from the knee. We're not loading the knee joint. We're extending the leg through the whole leg here. Oh. Just doing one or two more. Okay, then we're going to start to lean over onto our left side. I'm not going to use any props today. And we're just going to let that left leg come down. The left hand might grab the TheraBand, the right leg can come down. So you can usually use a little bit of an awareness today. If the leg doesn't want to come all the way down, you can always support it with the hand. So I've got my hand supporting the shin. Right hand can be on your hip. You can be reaching through the right heel and back through the hamstring and the sit bone. If you want to be a little bit up and down, you can also do that. Make sure your right hip is releasing down so you feel that nice length on your right side. Good. Feel a few more breaths here. When you're ready, you're going to roll, push off your left foot as you roll back onto your back. Okay, sneak your left foot up into the TheraBand. So your feet are going to be around hip width or a little bit closer. And then we're going to spread the TheraBand apart with our feet. And you're going to do that a couple times. So just let your feet come together. And then you're going to exhale and spread the TheraBand apart. Bend your knees a little bit so the thighs are coming towards you. Inhale together. Exhale, spread apart. Just letting your hips come into a little bit of strengthening, engaging the outer glute muscles a couple times. And then you're going to maintain that holding. You can do little pulses out to the side. Keep bending the knees as you keep your lower back onto the floor and just go into a rocking baby pose. Keep those outer hips, the glute medius engaged as we're here. If you want to do any little pumps in between, feel free. You're going to release that. Good. Drop your right foot out. You just feel your left foot is still in the TheraBand now. Right foot's on the floor. You check in, your hips are level. Take a nice exhale out your mouth. Wow. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lower the leg down. And then you're going to inhale, sweep it up. If you do want to bring it towards you and hold for a breath or two, remember you're reaching out through the heel up and through the pelvis and the sit bone down to straighten the leg. We're not overly straining the knee. Sometimes we want to keep straightening the leg with the knee joint. So we want to try not to do that. We can wear out joints, but we can work muscles and fascia to support us. Just go back and forth, up and down a couple times. Hold the stretch if you want. Let your triceps and your elbows drop to the floor. Find an external rotation of the upper humerus bone at any time. That's your upper arm bone. Let the breath sweep through the back of the leg. And now you're going to gently inhale, exhale over to the side. Okay, if it's too much, remember you can always grab a support and put it underneath the right thigh. Your left arm can be out to the side. You can also touch your rib cage. Let that left hip elongate down away from the shoulder. Okay, reach through the left heel and pull back as your sit bone reaches back. Yeah, that'll stretch and lengthen the leg. Yeah, if at any time you want to come up and out, you can. Just feeling the breath here, a little spinal rotation. We did a lot of spinal awareness today of strengthening and connecting opposite sides of the body, specifically right shoulder rib cage with the left hip. So now we're just releasing that. Nice. When you're ready, you're going to come out. You're going to pop your feet back inside the theraband, pull it apart if you want to do a little opening and closing to just energize those outer glutes again. Bend the knees, check and see how that feels. If you want to keep it out and do little pulses, you can. When you're ready, you can keep the knees bent and flow from side to side. Your lower back and as much as your pelvis as you can should stay on the floor here. When you're ready, descend, release. Just take a moment just to rest on the floor. Legs can be straight, they can be bent. Back of the hands are on the floor. Let your arms sweep away from your body so you take up a little bit of space. Move the props away. Open the palm of the hand just so you feel the back of the fingers and the thumb and the nails come towards the floor, very soft. And then just let your hand relax. Take a few breaths here.